Hello, this is Jesse Spivak from New Visions for Public Schools. Today, I want to quickly show you how you can share your student sorter with other people in your school. The big idea here is that there's a lot of private data in this student sorter, and we want to use Google's excellent security to make sure that only the right people have access to the data inside of the student sorter. Just like every Google spreadsheet and every Google document, there is a share icon at the top right corner of your student sorter. By clicking on it, I open the share window and I can add editors just by typing in email addresses into this field. I can choose what level of access to give these new collaborators. Even if the student sorter is given to an unauthorized person with only view access, though, we're still in danger of violating laws that surround the protection of student privacy. By default, Google will automatically notify people via email, and I can add a quick note. Or if I just want to add them as collaborators without the notification, I can uncheck. I also have the option to use the older version of the sharing settings under Advanced, and here I can see all of the current collaborators. I can invite additional people. The final thing that I want to show you is how to make sure that your sorter is not accidentally publicly shared. So we're going to go to Advanced, and we're going to look at who has access. Under who has access, we see this sorter is private, and this is because it's a demo sorter. You can change this, and this is what you really need to be careful of, and you can set it from anything to the most constrained, which is off, and specific people, meaning only specific users can access the student sorter, and that's the most secure. Your sorter is also going to say anyone at New Visions for Public Schools can access, and what that means is just that only staff internal to New Visions with @newvisions.org email addresses can access the sorter and view student data, which is perfectly allowable under student privacy protection laws. What you'll also see here, though, is the ability to share the student sorter with anybody in your school domain. And you have to be very careful for that, especially if you have students on your school domain. Students should never have access to the school sorter. And by turning on access for the entire domain, a person could unintentionally share this private student data with the entire school community, including students. You definitely want to be very careful of accidentally clicking share with anyone with a link, which means that anybody in the entire world who has a link to your sorter can see it, including students, including families. And the most public option is just public on the web, which actually means that someone could theoretically Google search for your student sorter. So this is the share menu. Once I click OK, the share settings save. If I'm not sending an email, it's going to say skip sending invitations, which I'm okay with. I can click OK. And now that user appears as a collaborator on this share setting list. I can change their status here. I can make them an owner. I can limit them to commenting or just viewing as well. Once my sorter is shared, the icon at the top changes, and if I hover over it, it'll say how many people my sorter is shared with. So in general, that is the best way to share your sorter and things to be wary of as you are sharing your student sorter.